How could we help? Help by opening our doors and extending our arms and say, you know what, you're welcome here. You know, if you need anything, you know, just ask, you know, be a part of this community because you live here.
All I really need to say is this is a movement, not a rally. So that means you're here today to decide what you're going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next to make change happen. It's up to us to do this. And it is not something we can do in our spare time. It's something we have to do all the time. We are just as much concerned with the perpetrators as we are the victims. They're all our children. So we better work together to make change happen, make today the day we begin. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carol Adams, and I'm the Secretary of the Illinois Department of Human Services and the founder of the Safety Networks.
Hi, my name is Xavier Williams. I'm the project manager for Safety Networks. Safety Networks is a violence prevention initiative. It's a dual combination of community coalitions and state partner coalitions.
Safety Networks works together as a coalition. We have about 13 organizations in our coalition who offers mental health services, group mentoring, youth leadership development, gang intervention. We work with educational initiatives, all together with different organizations to address the violence in our community.
Safety Networks is about customizing what is appropriate and what you need here in your community. It's not a prescribed set of program options that you must have. It's really about what does your community need, and you know that may change from year to year. Maybe you might need to tweak, add something on, revisit what you initially started to get it right.
Your life when you were 10 years old. These are children, and just when you look at this, you wonder we're not in Iraq, we're not in Afghanistan.
The whole process of trying to get groups to come together is almost like you got a conga player, a timbale player, a guitar player, and a drummer. And so we were in this exercise and everybody had their individual sound. Somebody was some weird stuff too. But it was like somebody's going, somebody's going, so you had about 20 people making all these different sounds and they had to work together to come up with just one sound.
We have a prevention component. And our prevention component is our youth center called Fuerza. In our youth center, we offer, number one, it's a safe place for young people. So after school, on school holidays, when the schools are closed, they're here. There were a lot of expulsions that were happening here in Cicero as a direct result of gang violence, drugs, and school violence as well. Half of those would be expelled without services from the district. What that means is these students cannot get served in any public school system, and the only way they can get back in school is if their parents enroll them in a private school setting. So we partnered with Illinois Virtual High School to create the Excel program. And the Excel program is for students who've been expelled from the school system and who otherwise would just be on the street.
Representative to the Safety Networks Youth Group. And I just want to say that I am very proud of the outcome of this event. I'm so glad that everyone came out to support us and show us that you do care. And we hope that you learned something from this experience, and hopefully we can build after this. Thank you.
With anything else, young people, as they develop their minds, as they look for different avenues and look for mentors in their life, the safety net offers that. I think we've had many of the leaders here in these roles in the Safety Networks Coalition. They have the experience. They have the love with working with young people. And not only that, I think that a lot of people are looking at are thinking now that they want to change. And the Safety Net offers in terms of change.
I'm in Young Creative Minds. It's a nonprofit group. And it helped me change my attitude, basically. Because I was one of the little wild ones running around. And it helped me better myself. And it helps me reach my goals. And it helps me stay out of trouble, basically. So it's nice and it's fun and I like it.
Because it helps me get off the street, because me myself, I smoked already. And I really wanted to stop, and I already stopped because of that program. And VIP, it helped me out more than anything. If I wasn't in VIP, I would be in the corners gang banging.
Get inspired, to make a plan, and for them to change their life. If they do that, we know that change will come to young people.
For once, we're coming together as a coalition, and there's too many organizations who work to do violence prevention, but they work separately, they work apart. So this coalition initiative allowed us to have access to funds to support our programming, but they gave power back to the community. They're not just telling us what we have to do. They gave us power back so that we can start to work hands-on with our youth and do what is needed on a community level.
We also have, for Greater Roseland, they have the Youth Voices Against Violence, and they go around to different organizations and speak on how to really stop the violence and combat a lot of conflicts that happens with young people. Sad in my heart that the media did not really pick that up. That here's a group of 500 young people from all these different communities, no violence, no problems, just talking about in terms of their issues.
The Safety Networks focuses on youth leadership because youth are able to speak for themselves. It's a big mistake for us to look for solutions outside the culture of young people. They know what appeals to them and they know what they ought to do. The slogan for today is nothing about us without us. And we take that to heart at the Safety Networks. We listen to young people, we're a youth-driven movement. The future is theirs and the future is today.